Okay, so you know how we're always talking about those massive fire trucks at the airport?
Mm-hmm.
The ones that look like they could put out a volcano?
Yeah.
Have you ever, like, really thought about what it would take for those things to, like, spring into action?
Now that you mention it.
Today, we're heading to the tarmac, taking a deep dive into aircraft firefighting.
Oh, cool.
But we're not just talking about putting out flames. We're diving into the tech
Uh-huh.
and this HRET system, High Reach Extendable Turret,
Okay.
which is about as impressive as it sounds from the documents.
So what makes aircraft firefighting so different? I mean, we're not talking about like your average house fire.
Right, it's a whole other beast, isn't it?
Yeah, you got jet fuel.
Which
Is way more volatile.
and the fire behaves completely differently.
Totally. And on top of all that, you've got hundreds of lives at stake.
Yeah, and something that really stood out to me in the research was how much those airport fire categories matter.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, I always just assumed it was about the size of the plane.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Right.
But it's way more than that.
Yeah.
The type of aircraft, like, dictates the entire strategy for these guys.
Wow.
Like a small private plane versus something massive, like an Airbus A380.
Totally different.
Completely different approaches.
In terms of equipment, manpower,
Everything.
even the type of extinguishing agents they use.
Yes.
Which, by the way,
Oh, yeah.
it's not just a matter of, like, dousing everything with water.
No,
right?
no, no. It's way more complicated. We're talking specialized foams and powders.
Really?
Oh, yeah. It's fascinating stuff. Designed specifically for jet fuel fires.
Huh.
Got to prevent that reignition. They basically work by cooling the fuel surface and disrupting the chemical reaction that keeps the fire going.
That's incredible. Okay, so let's get back to this HRET system. You know, reading through this document, it sounds like the superhero gadget of aircraft firefighting.
Yeah. High-tech arm for sure.
So it's basically this extendable boom
Yeah.
with a nozzle at the end,
The piercing nozzle.
and it can reach some crazy heights.
Yeah, they need it to hit those fires head on,
Directly at the source.
often inside the fuselage even.
No kidding. So this HRET, we're talking pinpoint accuracy. When you need to fight a fire on an airplane, that's got to be huge.
Huge, yeah. It's a game changer.
And I bet using less of those extinguishing agents is important too.
Oh, absolutely. Like every drop counts, especially in those first few minutes.
It's not just about the flames, is it?
Right.
It's also about ventilation.
Exactly.
And the HRT can help with that too.
It can.
The experts were talking about using that piercing nozzle
Yeah.
to actually create ventilation openings,
Like on the fly.
which is kind of mind-blowing when you think about
It is. It's incredible, really.
because you're controlling the fire spread,
Right.
but you're also giving those passengers a chance
Yeah.
to survive.
Exactly. It all comes down to that.
And that makes me think about the risks,
Mm-hmm.
because if you've got a tool this powerful, there's always the potential for things to go wrong.
Oh, yeah.
One wrong move, especially near those fuel tanks.
Don't even get me started on the fuel tank.
And the document didn't sugarcoat it either.
Nope.
If an operator pierces a fuel tank accidentally while they're trying to extinguish a fire,
Catastrophic.
yeah.
There's no other word for it. Scary stuff.
Which is why training is so important.
Exactly.
These firefighters.
Yeah, they have to be so precise.
Absolutely.
So I'm picturing these simulations.
Yeah.
Like they must be insanely realistic.
They are.
What kind of scenarios are we talking here?
Well, it's not just about knowing the equipment. It's about understanding the entire aircraft.
Inside and out.
Like you said, they have to be precise.
Yeah.
So they train for everything.
Engine fires.
Engine fires,
Fuselage breaches.
fuselage breaches,
Wow.
even stuff like wind conditions.
Really?
Oh, yeah. And how those affect different aircraft types.
Because it all makes a difference.
Every single detail matters.
And they have to consider evacuation routes too, right?
Absolutely.
While they're fighting a fire.
All at the same time.
Wow. You know, it's kind of humbling.
To think about the pressure these firefighters face.
Intense, isn't it?
They need to know the tech inside and out,
Right.
but they also need that awareness
Situational awareness.
to adapt.
Because things can change in a heartbeat.
And on top of that, they have to make life or death decisions
And stay calm. Doing it.
under pressure.
Exactly.
It's amazing.
And it's constant, you know,
What do you mean?
the training.
Oh, right.
The research was clear about that.
It's not a one-time thing.
No way.
They're always learning
Always.
new aircraft models, new
How
techniques,
to be sharp.
drills,
Always got to be ready.
because you never know.
Exactly.
And this HRT system
Right.
is just one piece of the puzzle.
Part of a bigger picture.
The research mentioned all these regulations.
Tons of them. for everything.
governing every aspect of aircraft firefighting.
Which is reassuring when you think about it.
Yeah.
It means no matter where you are in the world,
Mm-hmm.
there's a certain level of
Competency.
competency.
Coordination.
Absolutely.
Wow, yeah.
International standards.
So we're talking about training,
Of course.
certification,
Yeah,
maintenance,
for sure.
inspection.
All of it.
All these things have to meet these strict guidelines.
Meticulously documented
Wow.
and regulated
Like a global network,
behind the scenes.
keeping everyone safe.
Exactly.
Really makes you think differently.
Doesn't it?
The next time you see those fire trucks,
Yeah.
you don't usually think about all the expertise behind them,
All the work.
all the prep,
Yeah.
but it's there.
Oh, it's definitely there.
It's reassuring in a way.
Absolutely.
So we've covered a lot of ground.
Yeah, we have
The tech,
training.
the global standards,
Mm-hmm.
but there's always more to uncover.
Always.
That makes you wonder,
You're like, what?
what about the environmental impact?
Of those firefighting agents,
Right.
we talked about how specialized they are.
They must have some effect.
Definitely something to consider.
Maybe another deep dive.
Another time.
So there you have it. The world of aircraft firefighting.
And the mighty Hret.
Such a cool system.
Life-saving tech.
And a reminder that safety is still the top priority.
Couldn't agree more.
Until next time, keep those wheels up.
And those questions coming.
We'll see ya on the next deep dive.